Hello and welcome to the fourth module of this course. In this module, I will be showing you how to construct a male C&S garment bodice. In constructing a male C&S bodice, I have the bodice here with me, which is the front and the back cut together. So this is the back and this is the front. Can you see what I have here? Okay, then I will have to choose one side to be the wrong side and one side to be the right side at this point. So when you are making yours, you have to choose one side to be the right side and one side to be the wrong side. Most especially if your fabrics has no wrong or right side, that is, the two sides are the same, just like mine. So I'll be choosing this side as the wrong side and the inside of the garment to be the right side. So for this reason, I will be chalking the wrong side of my garment. So with this mark, I will know this is the wrong side. So this is very important. So this is the back side, and this is the front side. Also, at this point, I would love to share this with you. If you are making a male C&S garment without joining on the shoulder line, you might need to use up to 4.5 yards of fabrics. Okay, though this also depends on the size of the wearer. Maybe the person is robust or slim in stature, but you might need to use up to 4.5 yards, purposely because the front and the back has to be cut together, except if you want to manage the fabrics. But if you are working with a style that requires joining on the shoulder, that is when you can go for 4 yards. Now to the construction of the bodice. I have the front and the back panels together here, as I said earlier. So this is the front and this is the back. So firstly, I will be working on the back panel. So I will flip this over like so. So I will mark this as B. On the back panel, I have 2.5 inches on both sides for the pleat allowance, and I have the notch point here. Can you see what I have? So now I'm holding the two pieces together. This is the back. I folded this into half and I made the notch points to match up. Then I'm pinning it like so. So I'll pin the neckline area as well to align properly. So I'm moving the front panel aside. So now I have the back panel here. Then I will align this properly and I will give it a press in order to bring out the center. So this is very important so that you don't have your vent allowance not being straight. So this is a notch point at the lower part. So I will pin this as well. So the notch point I have by the side, I will make sure they all meet properly as well. So this is the notch point I have on the waistline. Okay, then I'll pin the remaining parts of the garment. So guys, now I have the sides pinned together and this is what I have after pinning. So with this, I will be able to locate the center back. Now I will take this to my ironing board and I will iron out the center back. After ironing it out, then I will measure 2.5 inches forward like so. Don't forget, when I was drafting the pattern, I measured out 2.5 inches from the edges of the pattern, which I folded inward. And I told you guys that the 2.5 inches is going to be for the front and the back. Okay, for the front is going to serve as the placket allowance, while for the back is going to serve as the pleat allowance. So that is the 2.5 inches I'm measuring forward. So, and I'm measuring 2.5 inches because I have the back panel on fold. If I open it up, that is 5 inches in total. So now I will take this to my ironing board, I will give it a press, and I will mark out my 2.5 inches. So guys, now I have the center back ironed out. As you can see the center back now. Then I measured out 2.5 inches, which is the pleat allowance, and I stopped the measurement on the waistline. So here is the waistline. So I measured 2.5 inches from the neckline and I stopped on the waistline. So I will be taking this to my sewing machine now, and I will be stitching on the 2.5 inches line I drew out from the neckline to the waistline. Now I have the center back stitched to the waistline, and this is what I have after stitching. Can you see what I have now? I have this stitched. I will be removing the pins now, and I'll open it up for you to see how it looks on the right side. Can you see what I have? Can you see? So this is what I have on the right side. Okay, so I will turn this to the wrong side again, and I'll have to place a notch around the waistline. It's not going to be exactly on the waistline, but it's going to be before the waistline. So firstly, I will open up the allowance I have here from the waistline, and I will stop before the waist point. Then from the waistline, where the opening stops, I will place my notch. Okay, so with this, I will be able to open up the seam allowance I have here. Okay, then I will also trim this down to 1 inch because this is too wide for the back. You can see what I have. So I will open it up like so, and I will give it a press. So after giving it a press, I will turn the remaining parts to the right side. Now you can see what I'm having on the right side now. So I will be pleating this like so. So which means the pleating will start from the waistline. Can you see what I have? So I will take this to my ironing board as well. After ironing the seam allowance I have on the wrong side, then I will pleat the two sides like so, and I will give it a press. So I will make sure I have the same measurement on both sides. If I'm pleating in with 1 inch, don't forget I have 2.5 inches for both sides. So let's assume I pick my pleat from here. So what I have here is 1 inch. So in total like this, after pleating, it's going to be 2 inches. So that is how to pleat. So I will take this like so. I will give it a press. I will give it a press. I will give it a press. Then I will fold this as if I want to hem the lower parts in order to get the point where this is staying. So I will not let my pleat to get to the point. My pleat allowance is 3.5 inches. So this is a 3.5 inches point. You can see what I have. So which means when I'm pleating, my pleating will not exceed this point. Now for a quick recap, I'm going to do two things on my ironing board. The first thing is to open up the seam allowance I have on the wrong side, and I will give it a press. So after giving it a press, I will trim this off to 1 inch. Okay, then I will take this to the right side and I will pleat the remaining parts from the waistline to the marked point here. So guys, now I have this done. You can see what I have here. I've trimmed off the seam allowance I have here. Okay, and I also pleated the right side of the back panel, and after pleating, this is what I have on the right side. You can see the effect after pleating. This is what I have. Okay, and I also ironed in the hem allowance, so now I can locate the hem allowance point. So far so good. The back panel is ready. We've constructed the back panel. So now let's move to the construction of the front panel.